Good day, everybody. I'm here today to talk about existence. First, let's look at God, or Brahman, or Atman, or the One, the Absolute, pure existence, pure bliss, infinite existence. God is omnipotence. God is eternal, infinite, immortal, everywhere. God fills the space. God is the space that we live in, breathe in, walk in, move in. And everything around us seems like matter. This table, for instance, it seems real. I can put my hand on it, I can put stuff on it, I can lift it up. So all the objects around us seem so real, but it's actually not. Everything is vibrating. Little atoms and electrons that's vibrating in the space, and that has space in between the little particles. So not even the objects that you see is real. And have you noticed objects and things that you can see and that you notice and that you touch? They all have shadows. So everything that has a shadow in this life is actually not real. Even my body. I'm not a body. I am free. I'm still as God created me. So it feels to me like I'm this body, but I'm not. I'm actually spirit with a soul. And that spirit and soul is huge. And my body communicating with you is now in that soul, in that spirit. And the spirit and the soul is in the God space where everything exists. So it's actually an illusion that makes it seem like there's time, space, distance, cause and effect, opposites, and duality. That's what it looks like. I am here and you are there. It seems like we are separated from everything in this universe, that I'm in space, everything else is in space, but there's the space between me and everything else, even with God. That's what it feels like. But it's not the truth. We are all one. We are interconnected. We all share that same space and we are one. It is our responsibility to gain that knowledge and to attain liberation, self-knowledge, to come to self-realization, to know who we are, what we're doing here, and where we come from. We are also infinite, immortal, and we are also eternal beings. When you're asleep at night and you wake up and you dream and you wake up from the dream, you realize it was only a dream. It's the same when you pass over and you go to the afterlife, then you realize it was only a dream. It was only a projection. I want to read something for you. It says, when you do your seeking and your searching of who you truly are, it says, you cannot see that which is the witness of vision. You cannot hear that which is the hearer of hearing. You cannot think of that which is the thinker of thought. And you cannot know that which is the knower of knowledge. Everything changes all the time in the universe, and everything, the only constant is change. That even the house that you live in 100 years from now, it won't exist. Everything that you see around you won't be there forever. Everything changes. So the only constant is change. Now, everything that we know to be alive dies in this life, but it's an illusion because there is no death. There is no birth and there is no death. When you exist, you always exist. Existence can never stop being existence. Existence can never cease to exist. So everything that perishes, all objects and all things that you can see and touch, everything perishes eventually, even your body, which means that's not who you truly are. You are awareness and you observe everything that happens around you. So the way to get to that self-knowledge or self-realization is to practice, for instance, with meditation, and to see and to think about it. That would be the first invitation, is to close your eyes and to realize that you still exist even if you can't see. To put your fingers in your ears and to realize you still exist although you can't hear. So even if you don't use your senses, you still exist. And that might bring you to self-awareness and self-knowledge, to see who you truly are and to realize it's only a delusion that we separate. We live our lives on this planet through projection and reflection. Every time, it's like the universe acts like a mirror of projection and reflection. So when we feel something that's not nice and that we experience in ourselves that we don't like, what we usually do is we project it outwards. We project it onto somebody else. And then it becomes like we blaming and shaming and making somebody else guilty. And we're actually innocent by doing that, because we don't know that we're doing that, because we don't have the self-awareness and the self-knowledge and the self-realization to know these things. That is why the most important thing on this planet is to attain knowledge, self-awareness, self-realization, and that will cause liberation and bring you freedom. The other thing that we do is we reflect. We reflect onto others, and we reflect things that we like, that we see. If you see something nice in the universe, you reflect it onto somebody else. So we either project or we reflect. Acts of negativity, rejection, when you reject somebody else, when you blame or shame or make guilty or you don't love unconditionally, all those acts gets projected onto others. And that's why it seems like this universe is so full of animosity. But the other side is also true, that we can live a life of acceptance, of knowingness, of awareness, of knowing that we all one, knowing that we live in God and that we are never alone, and that we are part of God, that we are one with God and one with every living thing on this planet. And to help us with that, we can ask God, our angels, our spirit guides, to be with us and to help us to gain self-awareness and self-knowledge, to come to self-realization so that we can get liberated and know who we truly are. Only then will we be able to live this life, a life of freedom, that we don't feel that bondage and that we are separated from everything and that we are alone. So everything will change so that we can become our true selves, to live lives of kindness, warm-heartedness, gentleness, unconditional love, care and love and light. And that is who we truly are. Those are our true qualities. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed my video and my channel and the content, you're welcome to buy me a coffee or to send my link to likewise people. Please subscribe to my channel and like. Thank you so much. I see you soon. Thanks.